What an experience. Oh, hello, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clint Soker. Welcome to another My Thoughts On, and today I'm reviewing the highly anticipated Toy Story 4. I reviewed the excuse me. I reviewed the trilogy, or the three movies. I love them so much. They are so perfect and so wonderful in every way. I don't have a personal favourite film, but I love them equally. And as a trilogy, they are amazing. So after a perfect ending, how can you top an ending like Toy Story 3's ending? Well, director Josh Cooley has found a way. So what's going on in Toy Story 4? Well, Woody and the gang are at Bonnie's, if you've seen the third one. Bonnie's now going to Bonnie is now going to kindergarten. I said it, hooray. And she's not allowed to bring a toy, obviously. So she makes this new character, this toy made out of a spork and different materials that she names Forky, voiced by Tony Hale. And this spork wants to get thrown into the trash because it's not really a toy, it's just something that Bonnie made up. So Woody's job is to try and stop Forky from becoming a rubbish toy and disappearing from Bonnie. But they go on the road trip, Bonnie and the parents. The other toys are there, like Buzz, Jessie, Rex, Mr. Potato Head, Ham, Slinky, you name it. Even the ones from the third film, like Trixie, Dolly, you got Buttercup, Mr. Pricklepants, they're all there. So after a slight confusion, and yet stuff happens. They end up in a carnival. Most of the film takes place in an antique shop where there's this really creepy doll named Gabby Gabby who kidnaps Forky, and Woody has to try and get him back. So there is quite a bit going on, but there's not a lot. And what Josh Cooley did was amazing. Not only does the movie actually have great heart to it, but it's also funny. It's very emotional, especially towards the end, which I will not give away. And it's surprisingly suspenseful. First off, the comedy is funny as always. It's sharp, charming, clever, and it does have a bit of a horror element to it too, which is also great. It's also just a super enjoyable film that put a smile on my face throughout the entire thing. The movie's execution of the plot is fantastic. There's so much meaning. There is a lot of Easter eggs, as always. There's, like I said, there's meaning, there's heart, there's comedy. Everything in Toy Story 4 works. Not one thing I thought was bad. I would have said the movie's predictable, but I actually didn't know where the hell it was going. And what they did same with How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I didn't know where it was going, and what they did with the ending was just absolutely amazing. Truly worth the ending, and truly it deserves to end it just there. It's absolutely perfect. I was just trying to think what else. There's not much else to say about it, but the writing and Josh Cooley's direction is just so spot on. He knew that we, as Pixar and Toy Story fans, care about this franchise. And what he did was he took extra care, and he didn't fuck up anything like Blue Sky, Ice Age Collision, of course. I'm trying to think what else to say, but this movie did so much right that I didn't have any flaws with the writing. So perfect. I'll say it again. It's very funny, very clever. It's charming. It's well executed. It has meaning and heart, It's dramatic, horror, scary at times. It also has it's touching, and without giving anything away, if you thought the ending to Toy Story 3 was sad, this movie's ending was so sad. No joke. Well, unlike How to Train Your Dragon 3, where I did, that was the first movie of this year that did make me cry, but not a lot. But Toy Story 4 was like, it was making me fucking weep. The ending, the third act was absolutely wonderful. And my friends were just laughing at me. And I know it sounds weird that I'm laughing at a movie about toys, but fucking hell! And the opening prologue, the opening scene in the first act. It's God. This is why I love Pixar, because they have so much care. They're not like any other animated studio where they do it for money. This movie has so much care and heart to it that fucking hell, I love it. I love the writing in the movie. It's so wonderful. I can't say anything else, but Josh Cooley, well done. You did exactly what I wanted from a Toy Story 4. Animation. Holy fucking shit. Pixar has come a long way, and this animation is absolutely not only breathtaking, but jaw-dropping. There's a scene where it involves rain. Oh my god, it actually looks like fucking real rain. The textures are so much more bright and colourful, and they actually look like real. The textures are so unbelievably real. The toys designs look better. Some remain the same. The new characters look amazing, like Forky, Gabby Gabby, Bunny, Ducky, Benson, Duke Kaboom, and many more. Even Bo Peep looks great. It's colourful. The animation by character animation and the way they move is truly wonderful. It's a very colourful, bright, well shot. It's got great cinematography. And when it gets dark, it gets dark in dark scenes. When it gets cheery and funny and heartwarming, it does exactly that. God, every shot in the movie is so fascinating to look at. It almost looks just photorealistic. And again, just like the writing, there's literally nothing else I can say about it. The animation here proves why Pixar is the best and the master of animation. The first movie's animation may not age badly, but it's not amazingly great. But what they did in the first one was great. Shows that technology has come a long way. Toy Story 2, they have improved it. Toy Story 3, they have improved it so much. And here, it's at a point where they did a fucking amazing job with the animation. Pixar's come a long way, and what they did here is fantastic. Characters and acting. Okay, with the new characters, Forky is a very likable and charming character. Some people might find him annoying, but he was funny. Sure, his purpose in the movie isn't. His purpose in the movie. Bleh, purpose in the movie is great. Granted, he's not in the film like for the entirety. He's in there like for about a good 20 minutes or so. He's a spork who belongs in the trash. Doesn't believe he's an actual toy, and that's what Woody's job is. Speaking of Woody, Woody is now a full-on fleshed-out character. You understand his purpose in the movie, and what they do with him is splendid. He's still the charming, funny, likable, quirky, wisecracking cowboy that we all know and love. Buzz is still the loyal friend to Woody. Jess is still fun and lovable. The other characters like Rex, Ham, Slinky, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, Buttercup, Mr. Prickle Pants, Trixie, Dolly. Even though they're not in the film all that much, in Toy Story 3, I say the Andy's toys had equal amount of screen time. These guys didn't, but in the fourth film they had a little bit more screen time. As for Andy's toys, they didn't do a lot, but honestly, they're just supporting characters, and they don't damage the film. They are still just as charming and wonderful as they are. and they do help out in the film to bring some fresh and nice comedy. I did mention Forky, but another character that I surprisingly love is Gabby Gabby, who is this doll who's in the antique shop, and I won't say a lot, but let's just say she's not quite what you expect. She turns out to be a character that I surprisingly like, and I think I maybe even like her than Lotso and Prospector and Sid. She's probably the best out of all these characters. Well, I say Forky is the best one in here, but she's second. Bunny and Ducky are great comic reliefs, super funny. They always bring a good laugh. They don't ruin the tone, but they are amazing. Duke Kaboom is a great addition to the movie, so funny and delightful and awesome. Bo Peep, what they did with Bo Peep was amazing. It was nice to see her return in the movie. Her chemistry with Woody is beautiful. I think they're both great together. Buzz is still Buzz. I liked him a lot too. I thought he was a great help in the movie, and his friendship with Woody is still true and beautiful. The voice acting, speaking of, is fantastic. Tom Hanks he's Woody. You can't replace him. Tim Allen as Buzz, he is still great. He's still wonderful and fun. Everyone else does great. With the new characters, I mentioned Tony Hale as Forky. He was great. He was funny. He had a lot of great comedic timing. Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele as Bunny and Ducky are really, really funny, and they have great purpose. Christine Hendricks voices Gabby Gabby, and she was beautiful and amazing. Everyone else does a great job. And Keanu Reeves as Duke Kaboom. What a absolutely delightful surprise. For someone who hasn't seen a Keanu Reeves film, and I noticed that he's now kind of becoming a meme, for a first film I thought he was great. There are other characters like there's like Benson and these other like slappy looking like dolls. There's Bonnie and her parents, but they're in the film as Bonnie's more of an obstacle and Benson's more like a servant for Gabby Gabby. These characters have never felt so real and so lovely and just charming as ever, thanks to some terrific voice acting and meaningful morals about what it's like to be a toy and serve the purpose of a toy. Once again, Randy Newman's score is amazing once again. There is so much heart and soul to it. Granted, it does retread some of the other scores from the other movies. It does kind of reuse them sometimes, but it's used in a basic way, but still listenable. It's still a wonderful score. And The Ballad of a Lonesome Cowboy by Chris Stapleton is great. And that's all I've got really. Whew. Listen, if you think Endgame is the best film of the year, fine. But this movie has accomplished something that I didn't think it would do. End the series off with something truly amazing and something meaningful. This movie just made me cry. It made me grin so much. It made me happy, sad. It made me laugh. It made me cry. The animation is fucking phenomenal. The characters have more meaning than ever. The voice acting is amazing. The writing, the plot, it's executed so well. It's well directed by Josh Cooley. It's got a great score and a great song. And fuck. What can I say? This movie is fucking amazing. It has no flaws at all. It is an absolutely perfect movie, obviously. I wouldn't say it's in the top 5, but it's a film that I would highly recommend to anyone who loves Toy Story and or Pixar. Excuse me. I do recommend this to anyone. I'm most likely going to see it again, because this movie truly made me so happy and so satisfied. because I love it so much. That, and I haven't seen a film in cinemas this year twice, like the same film. And speaking of Endgame, if you thought Endgame was sad, Toy Story 4 is even sadder. Personally, I didn't cry at Endgame. Yes, give me all the hate comments, but I haven't seen all the Marvel films, so Endgame's not very personal. But Toy Story 4, I grew up with Toy Story and Pixar, so this is a big deal. It's not only a fucking masterpiece, well, more amazing than masterpiece, but it's also just a really special movie. It certainly gets 10 out of 10. Would I say this is better than How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World? Ooh, that's tough. I mean, it is a lot better than the fucking Queen's Corgi. Piece of shit! But this movie is just an absolutely incredible animated experience. I'd say I like them both equally, but Toy Story 4 I think is better in terms of this year. This is the third movie I gave 10 out of 10, and I'm happy about that. If they make a Toy Story 5, no joke, I will be fucking angry. I know a fourth one wasn't necessary, but what they did here was perfect. No more. Now, I want to see how Onward is going to turn out to be, and then they're making another one called Soul. Should be interesting. But just want to say right now, Pixar, if you're watching this, which I know you won't, thank you. And I truly mean that deep down. I've been with this franchise for so long, and it's coming to an end. The third movie started the decade in 2010. This one's ending it off in 2019. I love this franchise. I love this saga. I love you, Pixar, and I will always support you in what films you make. Just thank you. I'm getting a little bit emotional right now. I mean, no joke. When I left the movie, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was just so powerful. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. Don't watch Dark Phoenix or Men in Black International. Don't even watch Child's Play. Go see Toy Story 4 now, or whenever you can. Anyways, that's Toy Story 4. I'm going to do Spider-Man Far From Home, which is out in about 2 weeks, so that should be alright. Anyways, what do you think of Toy Story 4? Please let me know, because I'm so interested. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Until next time, to infinity and beyond. So long, partner. Thank you, Pixar. I'm just going to go and get some tissues now after this experience. Oof.